I thought that was a great win for us today against a team that was a little bit shorthanded and battled some foul trouble. Um, Guys came out with a great defensive focus for us and did a really good job. Graham was a huge focus for us after the game we just played at Elon when he really hurt us. Guys did a really good job of not letting him get going. Most of his baskets were off of dump-offs or offensive rebounds. We know this team is going to shoot a ton of threes. We got to got to get out there and contest them. I think they probably had a couple of open ones that they're normally going to make. And in the second half, you got to give Elon a lot of credit because they just kept battling. And like I said, they were shorthanded all day. Burford got going a little bit. Irvin gave him some really good minutes off the bench, hit a couple of big shots and kept him in it. But I was really proud of the way we finished in terms of making our free throws and coming up with a couple of stops, or one big stop, I should say, when we needed it.
Yeah, the big stop with Connor tipping the ball away. Just kind of talk about that play, if you would. Was he able to anticipate where it was going? Or?
Yeah, it looked like it. He just was up there tracing the ball. We have a line with our guys. We talk about always wanting to trace the ball, and the way I've explained it to him is my daughter can really trace well, and my son can't. And he drew a picture one day, and he told me it was a pink house, and it looks nothing like a pink house. So we tell the guys when we're tracing the ball, no pink houses. So Connor did a good job on that play. No pink houses.
So John Cougar Mellencamp.
That's right.
Which is too young to get, but that's another matter. Offensively, you had spurts that you guys looked very good. I mean, you didn't turn it over much and got some good looks and stuff. How did you feel offensively with the way you were moving the ball?
Thought our guys played really well offensively. The area that we talked the most about was just the shot selection and kind of understanding the flow of the game. And I think those were the only possessions that we had where I think we took a couple of tougher ones than we needed to, given the where the possession was at. But we did a great job. We had 3 turnovers in the first half and had a few more in the second half, some of which were charges. But overall, I thought we had a pretty good look to us offensively.
Asa came in and gave you a couple of nice shots early on. If he's come in and do that for you occasionally, that helps out immensely, I would imagine.
Huge, yeah. Miguel's been working and practicing really, really well lately, and in the last month or so, he's been really good defensively, and he went in and gave us a huge lift today and a big spark, and we need that because we need to have that kind of depth here as we head through the second part of the conference play.
Yeah, I asked you the other night about fatigue, having played so many games lately. They look really very energized early, especially. Was that a good amount really pleasant to see that energy early on like that?
Yeah, it was, and I think it showed up on that defensive end. The guys were really well connected and executing what we wanted to do schematically. And when you can string together some stops like we did early, I think it just kind of feeds into that energy and knowing that we're defending like we want to. And then on the offensive end, I think one of the things that we did a really good job of is we got ourselves to the foul line. And to do that, you've got to be in attack mode. You've got to be going to the basket, going to the offensive glass. And, we took 17 threes. They took 30. And the difference in a lot of that number showed up at the foul line for us.
And you knocked them down.
And we made them. That was important, too.
Tyler struggled shooting in the first half, although he played a good floor game, and then he seemed a little more settled in the second half, especially early on. Since he gave you a nice look there.
Yeah, I thought he gave us a really good he played well offensively. He facilitated a lot of things for us and got some shots for other guys. Thought he missed a couple of really good ones. Probably took a couple that were a little bit tougher than we probably needed at that time. But he's a confident kid, and I love the confidence he plays with. And he went out and made a couple of tough shots and made a couple of really good plays for us when we needed some buckets.
You got, I think, if I'm remembering the schedule right, you have 4 days now where you can rest a little bit and practice a little bit. You haven't had that in a long time, I don't think. What do you plan? Do you just plan to kind of get back to normal now that you don't have to turn around and play again the next day?
Yeah, we have one more stretch like this in the regular season where we've got a game that we had to replace from earlier, but it's not for a couple of weeks. So our plan would be we'll take tomorrow off. We'll come in on Monday for a lift and practice and have a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday normal week that we would have, and then obviously ready to play Thursday against a really tough Charleston team.
Has it been a while since you've had a day off?
Yes.
Like a couple weeks?
Yeah, we've because of the travel that we had. Yeah, I couldn't even tell when our last day off was, to be honest with you. But obviously, what we've been doing is the day in between games. We're not really doing much physically in trying to give guys rest like that. But when you factor in the travel that goes into to what we did with going down to Charleston and then to Elon, after just being up at Delaware and Drexel, that's a pretty good swing.